Absent-minded gamer here. Hey, we are back for another episode. This will be episode 13 of 5 random airports and airfields. And today we're going to take a trip to Micronesia. And I thought this one would be kind of fitting because of the last update. So I wanted to check these airports out because they all have little stars next to them, all except for one. But let's just jump right in. The first airport we are at is called Pohnpei International. This is a 6,601 foot asphalt runway. Its IACO code is PTPN Paul Tom Paul Nora. It's absolutely beautiful here. And this area kind of grabbed me because of its remoteness and the islands that it covers are pretty nice to explore. So, anyways, Pohnpei International Airport is an airport located on Pohnpei Island, the main island of Pohnpei State. It is close to Palikir, the capital of the Federated States of Micronesia. So let's just take a look here and see what we got. What we got to look at. The airport is nicely done. Has lots of nice little eye candy. And what's interesting is that the airport is actually on this little island, off the main island. And there's a causeway in between the main island and this island to get to it. So over here you have the, looks like the fire department. And this would be the main terminal. The terminal is heavily detailed. You know, I got something I was thinking about as I was doing this. Uh, Back in the day with Flight Simulator 10, what it took to get an airport that looked like this, and the impact it would have on frame rates. And I love how this doesn't impact any. I mean, it doesn't have any impact on my frame rates at all. It's a quiet day at the airport, apparently. We got an ATR parked out here. Lots of eye candy. I don't understand why my view is not staying straight. Alright, and then you would take this road here off the island that the airport's on. Take this road to the main island. Obviously. I like. Now, I would have liked to have seen a little more here. I mean, here you have obviously have another dock with more boats, but that's all right, and there as well. So let's get in the airplane and go for a flight. I'm gonna go over here and take a look and see what this was. The China Star Hotel. Okay, well, I'm sitting on the runway. I'm going to be in the Twin Otter for this flight. So let's just go ahead and take off and see what we can see. Well-defined taxiways as well. I love the ship traffic also.
Oakland Center de Havilland Charlie Charlie Delta Hotel Charlie is type de Havilland Twin Otter 2 miles west of Papa Tango Papa November 600 feet. Request flight following.
De Havilland Charlie Charlie Delta Hotel Charlie Oakland Center. Squawk 5435.
Squawk 5435 de Havilland Delta Hotel Charlie.
I am a little curious about the mountains off in the distance, and I've noticed this in some of the other ones as well. The different coloring. If that's, you know, supposed to represent where
Roger de
they're
Havilland
cut
Delta
or whatever
Hotel
they've
Charlie.
done. Down here would be the main city. I've brought this up several times. I'm running on just a few clouds. Otherwise, they usually have pretty bad weather, so that could create some interesting landing situations here as well. I love the view from the air. well-defined airport, easy to see, and relatively easy to land at. Alright, we are down. That was PTPN. We'll go ahead and taxi into the main airport here, and we'll move on to the next one. I'm curious to see what they do with the the Twin Otter when they revamp it and put it back up for sale. Funny there's no more ATC here. Alright, that's going to do it for this one. Let's jump on to the next one. Alright, so next up is PTNG. This is going to be Sapuafik. And it is a small island. I don't think I'm looking at the right one. Yeah, that's the right one. This particular island has a little airstrip associated with it. I can find little information on it on Google or anywhere, and especially that it has an airport. So I don't know if this is something that was just added into Flight Simulator or if this is a real world thing. But anyways, this is a very interesting place to fly in and out of. This is a 1,181 asphalt runway that sticks right out into the ocean. Check that out. We're sitting on the runway in the Cessna 152. There isn't a whole lot to see here, but the one good thing about this is all these airport islands are all close together, so they'd make for a fun little flight. You know, I think this one to where we were, I might be getting it confused with another one. They're only like an hour apart, so depending on what you fly, it doesn't take long to get where you're going. This island does have a little population on it. It's interesting to me that this was included. I mean, I just found this kind of by mistake because I really wasn't... I saw the star associated with the airport, so I decided to just kind of jump right on in. Let's go ahead and get in our Cessna and we'll go for a quick little flight, and then we'll see if we can land without going over the side. You guys have all seen me land. Alright, let's see how bad I can mess this up. Coincidentally, I think we are using real-world weather for this one as well. And as you get up a little higher, you'll see the changes in the ocean colors. That it's really pretty. Yeah, I believe there's another island that's about an hour from here.
Oakland Center Cessna Golf, Juliet November Papa Lima, is type Cessna 152 1 miles north of Papa Tango, November Golf 800 feet. Request flight following.
Cessna Golf, Juliet November Papa Lima, Oakland Center. Squawk 005
Squawk 005 tree, Cessna November Papa Lima.
Cessna November Papa Lima radar contact 1 miles northeast of Papa Tango November Golf 700 feet. Altimeter 29.72.
Roger Cessna November Papa Lima.
I could see where this could be pretty tough if it was really windy. Don't really have much margin for error here. Just come in nice and slow, put her down on the end of the runway. Oh no. Okay, well that didn't work out. Love the water textures. Try this again. You're at full flaps. It's kind of scary. Oh, come on. I'm coming in way too fast. Oh, we're going over. That is hard. Okay, well, I've got to move on to the next one. So we've taken a look at this. That's attempt number 1 and attempt number 2. I don't know if I want to do a number 3 here. Getting sidelined by watching all the water textures. Okay, we're at 60. Should be able to put her down. I'm going to stall out. So let's see what we can do here. Should have enough runway to get stopped. I don't know what kind of an airplane would fly into something. Oh. There we go. Okay, that will do it. And we'll just go over here and go park our little aircraft. That was fun. Yeah, I recommend this one. Highly recommend this one. And we'll go park over here in the sand and go sit on the beach and have a good time. Alright, on to the next. Next up is Mokeel Airport. This will be PTMO, Paul Tom Mary Ocean. And this is 1,181 feet of asphalt. It's another little island airport. Again, I could find very little information about this. So, it is what it is. But it is an asphalt runway. And my Cessna 152 doesn't want to start, so we're going to have to figure something else out there. This looks like it has a little resort community down here on the end of the island. But we'll get in the air and go fly around it. This does have buildings next to the airport. Not much in the way of buildings, but it has buildings. So there we are, sitting dead in the water, and we're gonna go pick something else to fly. Okay, so there's a little glitch with this particular airport, but I'm gonna still show it off. If I try to start my plane either comes up and it won't start, or it sends it up to an altitude where it's already flying, and that's what it did for the Diamond. So we're going to just take a quick little gander here, and then we'll jump into the next one. I think most of these airports, you would use them mainly for flying supplies into, maybe a few tourists out to these islands. I don't really know, because I can't find a lot of information. I mean, I'm sure it's out there, but the one before, I couldn't find anything about our runway to land on the real world island. And so I don't know. It's there in Flight Simulator, that's all I can tell you. I know there's somebody out there going, "No, you're wrong. And they're there." And, yeah, they probably are, but I can only make these videos so long, and I don't really want to get into a big history about the islands, whatnot. So I'm just here to show them off. Next up, I know I kind of skipped out on that last one and didn't come to a complete stop, but I ended up going off the runway and hitting a tree with my airplane. So we're going to stop it where I actually landed. All right, so here we go. This is the Pingalap Airport. You got a couple buildings here. There is a village, looks like a little village on the island, and a small road network. Here's a little utility hut here, Pingalap Airport. That's cool. So let's just go ahead and get in the air and go for a flight. And then we'll go from there. Surprised there's no flag, or I guess those are antennas. Yeah, so like I said, we are in this one for this flight, and it's going to be a short one because there isn't a whole lot to see here. But I wouldn't want to short change you on the flight, so it is humanly possible. These little they exist. Ooh. That's gonna be tough. Next week, we're gonna jump back into some larger countries and go do some more exploring and see what we can see, and I'll get away from the island flying for a while. I couldn't imagine what it must be like to live in a place like this. I mean, I live on the coast. And, I mean, the Pacific Ocean is just a couple blocks from me. But to live in a place like this, where you're, like, so far away from the rest of the world, it must be really just a different lifestyle.
Oakland Center Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is type Diamond DA 41 miles southeast of Papa Tango Papa, India 800 feet. Request flight following.
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Oakland Center. Squawk 7245.
Squawk 7245 Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra radar contact 2 miles east of Papa Tango Papa, India 800 feet. Altimeter 29.72.
Roger, Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Start bleeding off some speed. Oh. Okay, I did do something. I went and I looked up the last one we were at, Pinglap Atoll, and I was able to find a picture of the actual atoll and a map. And yes, there is an airport there. So they are real airports. I can't. How they get anything to land in there is beyond me, but that's pretty crazy. But they're a challenge. So if you have a chance to try out any of the last 3 airports, they are a challenge to land at. So next up, this is going to be a 5,741 bituminous runway. So we're sitting out here on just off the island on their own little self-made island for the runway, and the IACO code is PTSA. Paul, Tom, Sam, Adam. So this is not one of the enhanced airports, but I found the island interesting, and it's all still part of the same area. And I'm curious. I mean, this has pretty good graphics, but I kind of would have liked to have seen this one on the, updated and had one of those little stars next to it, because you can bring just about anything into this airport. The airport itself is generic. It's just using generic buildings. There may very well be scenery for this somewhere on flightsim.to, or maybe even a payware, maybe even a payware file for it somewhere, but I don't know. This is adequate for me, really. I needed to pick a 5th runway, and this was it. So let's just go ahead and jump into the air. The island next to it, Cosray Island, is a beautiful place with lots of terrain and lots of things to see. So let's just go ahead and fly. And again, we're using real world weather. And weather looks a little milder this time. I love flying in these remote areas. I still can't get over the other. The last three, they're so small.
Oakland Center.
I guess you
Sierra,
could get.
X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha.
Well, it was
is type
still
Docker
tough to get the
TBM
152
1
in
miles
there.
southwest of Papa
So
Tango.
it's possible,
Sierra Alpha,
though, I guess.
700 feet. Request flight following.
Dollar Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha Oakland Center. Squawk 1444.
Squawk 1444 Dollar Golf Sierra Alpha.
Dollar Golf Sierra Alpha radar contact 2 miles southwest of Papa Tango Sierra Alpha 1,300 feet. Altimeter 29.71.
Roger Dollar Golf Sierra Alpha.
Yeah, I think this would have been a pretty good island to add some extra scenery to. Texturing on some of these islands seem weird to me. Like here you have the sandy texture, and what's kind of like over, you know, the main island, and then you have this over here, where it's detailed and there's, that looks right, that doesn't, but I don't know. Okay, let's get lined up for landing. Yes, even look down there. I mean, the building placement looks right. And I've noticed that weird, different textures on some of the other airports, on some of these islands, even like, you know, it just represents that part of the world, I guess. I don't know. I think I'm looking for more than what I should be. I was really surprised that more work didn't go into the Hawaiian area on this last scenery update, or world update 13. I was expecting more airports on the Hawaiian Islands to be, enhanced. I mean, most of them are pretty good, but I was really kind of hoping for more airports in that area. But I think I read I could only find one that was done for the world update. I could be totally wrong about that, but that's kind of how I feel about this last update. I mean, it did wonders for like here, Bora Bora, and places like that. So, but like I said, next week we're going to move on to something different, a whole different region. Not a lot of ATC out here. Alright, well hey, I want to thank you for watching. If this inspires you to go and look at these islands, fly out of one of these airports, or even fly one of these airplanes, I've done my job. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. So, thank you and have a wonderful day. And yes, I cannot park. Or no, I cannot park. Yeah. Alrighty. That's going to do it for this round. We will see you in the next one.